All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. We are live on this, actually, what day is it today? Is it a Monday? Sheesh, it's Monday, guys. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Welcome to the live stream. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And today is probably the most volatile day in all of Bitcoin's history. I can't believe the volatility that we've had over the weekend and today. It's been so hard to keep up. I've been glued to the chart every 5 seconds, just checking and checking on my phone all day. And yeah, I can't believe it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to H Trades. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He says, smash the like and subscribe. I'm giving $5 in Bitcoin to the 200,000th subscriber. You heard it here, guys. J-Boy Bullish is going to be giving away $5 in Bitcoin to the 200,000th subscriber. And at this rate, the way Bitcoin's dumping, $5 worth of Bitcoin might actually be worth a lot in a year. Shout out to AZTV. He says the bottom is in. Am I feeding the chicken? I was feeding the chickens, y'all. Shout out to Zip. He says, sell now or buy back at 30K. Limitless 35K is a massive support. Shout out to 12 Big Dow. Let's see how loud the music is here. Yeah, music's pretty good actually. Yeah. Shout out to 12 Big Dow in the chat. He says, if y'all didn't sell, it's too late. Y'all should have sold at 48. If y'all didn't sell, it's too late. Y'all should have sold at 48. I like that. It rhymes. All right, shout out to Straightway Life. He says, Bitcoin 2 hours forming a falling wedge. We are now heading down to the lower trend line where we could bounce. It just so happens that the CME gap is also right there. All right, what price is the CME gap? The CME gap, guys, is going to be filled at $39,225 right down here. And yes, we have been flirting, all right? We've been making eyes with the top of the CME gap right here, but we have yet to actually enter into that gap. And here's the thing: once we come inside the gap, it is likely that we fill, but it's not guaranteed. All right, it is not guaranteed. So the elephant in the room, y'all, is this $40,000 level on Bitcoin. Okay. Why is open interest rapidly increasing on Binance? I don't know, but let's see what it's doing on Bybit. All right, Bybit. We are seeing an increase of open interest here. In fact, on Bybit, you could even say, wait, hang on, let me zoom in here. I mean, you could say that we've got a little bit of bullish CBD going on here as well. It's really hard to say, but definitely people are opening up more trades. Underneath the VWAP today, many more trades than they were earlier this morning, last night, right? So something's going to happen here, guys. I'm going to be telling you my exact thoughts on this, all right? Shout out to Crypto Coons. Shout out to Ron Vijay Singh. He loves Crypto Coons. I do as well. Shout out to Aaron G. Shout out to Aaron G. Hopes everyone's having a great day. Shout out to Aaron G again, all right, in the chat. Shout out to Fiber Splice God. Shout out to Ashton Christopher. He says, my guess is either going to go sideways, up, or down. Yeah, probably. Shout out to Francis in the chat. Shout out to Gazgano. What is going on, Gazgano? Shout out to Bullish on Parade. He wants a short squeeze. We very well may get that. We'll have to see. We're still technically have not made a lower low since Friday when I was a little bit long. Shout out to Melissa Maertz, who says, what if we hold and head up for a lower high from here, build that right shoulder? The market makers expect everyone to be bearish right there. We might squeeze down to fill the CME first. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If we, as long as we don't take this low, we could just do whatever the heck we want, right? I'd say even if we get a move to the upside, which is one of the plans that we have been prepared for in the Casper crew, right? We have to be prepared for anything to happen. So if we start to get a move like this up, absolutely, we are going to be looking for something like this to happen. Personally, for me, based on the macro analysis, I am still aiming for lower Bitcoin prices, okay? I am still aiming for lower Bitcoin prices based on, when in doubt, zoom out, right? That's what someone told me once. When in doubt, zoom out. And by the way, guys, a huge shout out to the sponsors of the channel, MEXC, best deal on fees. If you want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, MEXC, great way to go. I'm also currently trading Bitcoin and altcoins on ZoomX, where I currently am holding the juicy short trade from the exact top. The setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. I actually took this thing live. And guys, if you want to join the Casper Crew, go to jasoncaspertrading.com, click the link to join the VIP Discord, and if you want to fast track your education, come on over to the educational content that we got right here. What a cool thing, educational content. Yeah, so look, we're going to be getting into the different scenarios that could be playing out for Bitcoin, and honestly, when volatility gets low like this, we need to expect a move, and we need to be prepared for a few different scenarios to happen, because a lot of different things could happen here. But we have to start by understanding the overall context of the markets, right? We have to start by understanding the overall context of the market. Shout out to JGD for the super chat. He wants to know, what is your bench, squat, deadlift, power clean, and 1 mile run? Look, I've never even done a power clean in my life. Never plan to. My biggest bench ever is like only 330 pounds. My max squat ever, 455. My max deadlift, I got it pretty dang close to 600 pounds, 570 something. All right, I'm never gonna touch those weights again in my life. And 1 mile run, I have no idea, man. I don't know. I don't run. Unless someone's chasing me, I don't run, all right? I sprint, but not for a mile. All right. All right. Here we go, baby. What's a bench? It's something you sit on in the park, my friend. You know, when you're watching the birds, you sit on the bench. All right. How's my back, bro? My back, it hurts. I'm not gonna lie. But praise God, it's nothing serious. I went to the physical therapist. It's just a sprain. It's a sprain. That's all it is. So I'm already doing some rehabilitation right now. All right, I hurt my back yesterday. Shout out to Lane Hughes. Thank you so much for asking, my man. All right. That's true. I only run after chickens. All right, so let's talk about what's happening. All right, first of all, the macro context of these Bitcoin markets has not changed, so we cannot lose sight of the macro. It's so dang important. The macro is that we are currently rejecting on the weekly time frame from the Fibonacci golden pocket, the 618 Fibonacci, from the all-time high of Bitcoin to the bottom that we put in November 2022. And this 618 level is very important. Why is the 618 so important? Because the 618 is a beautiful girl named Six Juanita, my high school crush. And when I was in high school, I had a huge crush on this girl. I thought she liked me too. I thought we could get matching Bitcoin tattoos, live happily ever after. Unfortunately, when I asked her out, she told me, Jason, I like you, but not like that, okay? I like you like a friend, like a brother. I was like a brother? She's like, yeah, I would never date you. Heartbreak, rejection, bear flag, more rejection. Turns out the reason why she rejected me, guys, is because she was not into a nice guy like your boy who would hold the door, carry her books to class. She was into criminals, like our boy Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried. All right. Now, look at this. When we asked out Six Juanita on a date, as Bitcoin is currently right now getting another dump, heading for those $40,000 lows as we've been doing all day, what do we see on the chart? We see Sam Bankman-Fried and his upside down man boobs right here on Market Cypher B. Money flow, momentum waves getting lower as the price is in fact getting higher right into the 618. Look at this. Okay, I don't know how to use a mouse here. I'm trying to left click. I keep right clicking. Bam, bearish divergence. Okay, why is this so important? Say Jesse, you say, Jason, we've been, Jason, we've been, shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Jason, we've been printing bearish divergences this entire way up here, okay? The reason why this is so important is because every single other market cycle, it's the same thing, guys. Bearish divergence as we ask out 6 Juanita on a date, and she rejects us, and that's the major pullback we get before the next bull market, okay? It happened in 2016. It happened right here in, yeah, it happened in 2020. It happened in 2016. The time before that, it happened all the way back here. We can go all the way back to 2012 and see that every single time. Like, since Bitcoin's beginning, we get, right before the Bitcoin halving, a move into the Fibonacci golden pocket or a relevant fib level. The first time was the 0.5 fib, and from that point onward, it was a 618 level, and that gives us a major pullback before the white line, which is the halving, and that brings us into the bull market. So why do we think this time is different? That's a real question we need to ask. Why would this time be different? Because the ETF? Come on, guys. Come on. It's never different. All right. The ETF was the perfect storm for a dump, right? That's why, you know, the entire time that we were getting this move to the upside, we were talking about the ETF being the catalyst that leads us into the pullback, which will give us the opportunity to buy Bitcoin at much lower prices, right? I mean, I opened up a $500,000 Bitcoin long from the low, and then when we were about to get that ETF, I was, you know, I pretty much gave the short setup for free on here, where we were talking about, you know, that rejection, which is why you guys should subscribe to the channel, because look, we're giving out the juice right here. Now let's zoom in on Bitcoin as we are attempting. Are we going to take that low? Sheesh. It's been 2,500 years when we've been waiting to take this low so we can see what happens here, okay? Now, I do have to say, Market Cypher B is looking like we could get a little bit of a liquidity grab here, but the longer we consolidate here, the less bullish I actually become. The less bullish I actually become. Let's just quickly look at this here. All right, so the daily time frame, Market Cypher B, looks like more downside is possible. The 6 hour right now, we do have a potential bullish divergence, but money flow is coming lower. The 4 hour, potential bullish divergence here, money flow getting higher. 2 hour, definitely bullish divergences here on the 2 hour. Okay, it looks pretty ripe for a bounce. It looks pretty ripe for a bounce once we lose 40K. All right, let's see if this is going to be the moment of truth here, guys. Are we going to catch this live on the stream? All right, let's see. Let's see. I've been waiting so long for this moment. We've been waiting since I guess since Thursday, but really since the Friday before. Oh, we just lost it. All right, we just dipped down into that level. Let's check out our 12-minute. Yeah, technically we could get a bounce-a-roni from here. Honestly, we could get a little bounce-a-roni from here. There's my alert. CDW. All right, let's check out the order flow chart. Big decrease of OI. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely got a CDW. We definitely did get a CDW. All right, let's see if we get any kind of oh yeah, and we even closed the 5-minute candle. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not necessarily so convinced, but it's a valid CDW, right? A valid liquidity grab. We finally have taken that low, 39,848. Let's see if we hit any relevant levels here. We didn't really hit any relevant levels. But yeah, I mean, look, it's a valid CDW thus far. You know, we've been waiting for it for a long time. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Well, look, here's the thing, guys. If this is the CDW, here's the thing. We know it's obvious where the invalidation of the trade is, right? If this is the long we've been waiting for, then this is it. Right? Then this is it. We wicked down, we closed the candle up. This is it. Technically, the 10-minute has bullish divs. The 12-minute technically as well. I'll be honest with you though, guys. For some reason, in my bones, I feel like even if we get a bounce from here, we're going to come lower eventually. Yeah, even if we get a bounce from here, I feel like we're going to come lower eventually. So, let's talk about what is possibly going to happen right now. Now that we have finally taken out this low with potential bullish divs on the 6-hour, on the 4-hour, on the 2-hour, on the 24-minute. Let's see even what happened here on the order flow chart. Massive decrease of open interest on that move to the downside. Lots of longs wrecked. All right, a 50 million volume candle. That's really not too high yet. All right, so what are some possibilities? Well, if this is really just going to be a liquidity grab, this just shallow wick that we've been waiting for 2,500 years, and a move to the upside, well, here's what we really need to be aware of. First of all, because now we have officially just made a lower low, having just taken that liquidity here, we have just made a lower low on the daily time frame, right? Even though it's just a wick, this means I am feeling even more bearish than I was originally, right? Because now we have made a lower low, and not only have we made a lower low, but it kind of now validates this being more of a high, in my opinion. So the levels that we need to be aware of right now, in my opinion, for a potential lower high are going to be number one, coming up to around this 382 area, around 43.6 to 44K, and then of course that golden pocket around $46,000. These are going to be the two areas, right? So let's see how this plays out. Definitely a valid liquidity grab. You know, could be a day trade, could be a scalp, could be more. Let's see how it turns out. Let's see how it turns out. Could be a scalp, could be a day trade, could be more. Let's check out that CME gap. Didn't even fill the gap, guys. So we came into the gap, didn't fill. I personally feel, and this is just me, okay? I'm not saying that we can't take trades in and around these areas, right? Because the thing is, like, honestly, you know, if we're gonna be taking trades like this, you know, make sure to lock in a profit. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion, because I really do believe that we could have a move down that's much more than what people are expecting. And I'd say that the main level I would be quite interested in is if we fill that gap. If we fill that gap, I'd say it's more probable we come lower than that gap. Probably to around this zone right here. Right around the 38 to 37 zone, because this is actually, if we take a look at this chart here, it's the last area that we actually formed any kind of level of support, right? And this is just kind of like the way we're flirting with this level right now. I could be way wrong, but I just feel like we could get you know, because people have been waiting for this level for such a long time. For such a long time, people have been waiting for this. So that's just my view. So, you know, be a little bit careful. Now, this level also, this $37,000 to $38,000 level is also if we go to Coinbase, it is the high volume node of the entire last bull market. So we take a look at this right here. We could see that, you know, we've also got this high volume node at that exact same level. And the fact that we have rejected from the value area high of the range, confluence with the golden pocket, it just makes most sense to me that we come down a little bit lower than what people are expecting to this next level that $37,000, $38,000 zone, right? That is kind of where I would be looking, all right? Not saying that we can't get a bounce from here, but we just need to be a little bit careful when people are waiting for a level for so long, okay? Let's see how this 1 hour candle closes. I will be honest, on the 1 hour, it doesn't look very bullish. The money flow is coming out. Money flow is coming out also on the 24 minute. So if this bounce continues, I would be locking in profits and treating this as if we're trading this range right here. All right. In fact, let's even pull some volume right now and see where. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's very important right now. Like, if this bounce continues, 40,750 is going to be the value area low of this local range, which means, you know, if you're scalping, if you're day trading, this is a big TP1 on this kind of move, right? And again, because we are looking at this as a day trade or a scalp trade setup, we know where our stop loss needs to be, right? Stop loss goes underneath the low. This is a 2-to-1 risk reward trade right there to that TP1. You could take out half the trade or whatever you want to do, and then from that point onwards, you could hold this thing, let it run. All right, that's just the way I would do it in this situation. All right, because this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. All right, definitely not. So let's see how this goes, baby. We got the 24-minute candle turning blue. We'll go to the 12-minute here. Definitely 12-minute money flow's looking kind of good. Right? 12-minute money flow is looking kind of good. Wow, this is crazy. We finally came down to that level. All right? All right. Huge shout out to J-Boy Bullish in the chat. Huge shout out to J-Boy Bullish in the chat. All right, let's see how this plays out, guys. Did anybody take a long here? Let me know in the chat if you long this level. We've been waiting for it for a long time. A long time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Robert. He says, so good at explaining, Professor Casper. LOL. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Do you need to use a VPN for MEXC? You need to use a VPN every single day of your life. Trader Geo talks highly of me and Tino. I talk highly of Trader Geo. All right. Josh Brown is long. Joe Potter. I'll bet you Joe Potter took a long. Shout out to Iwan, long order at 39,305. That's what's up, man. That is what is up. All right. Yeah, this... Ooh, did my voice just crack? Guys, this could turn into something, okay? This could turn into something. Let's check out our 5-minute once again. Yeah, if this 5-minute green dot confirms here, guys, we might get a little bit more upside. I would say a good target one, if we're looking at this for a scalp, is right up here, 47,750. Now, if we don't hold this and we dip down lower, we could also, you know, obviously look for just a double bottom. But in my bones, and I could be wrong, I really feel like a bigger dip down to this zone is probably going to happen, guys. And let's wait and see. Wow, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is we actually front ran Boyan's level, didn't we? Anyone in the Casper crew was looking at Boyan's level? Didn't Boyan have a level at like 39,800 or something like that? Why do you need a VPN always? Because the reason why you need a VPN always is because you don't want any kind of personal information out there on the internet, right? You don't want to dox yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just kidding. Look, it's for security purposes. You should always be just browsing the internet with a VPN at all times. It's just for security purposes, that's all. All right, so let's see how this thing holds, guys. Let's check out the order flow right now. How's it going? So right now, let's go to the 5-minute time frame and see what's going on, okay? Okay, so look, we had a lot of longs getting wrecked. We had a few dumb shorts shorting the bottom. And then we had a few more shorts shorting here. And then those shorts closed out. And now we have a few more shorts shorting here. There's nothing too crazy, honestly, going on here. There's nothing too crazy going on here besides a large number of longs wrecked. Let's see. Everybody who longed, going all the way back to 10 o'clock in the morning. So the past 4 hours of long trades have been liquidated on that drop. The past 4 hours of long trades have been liquidated. Pretty much we saw a lot of longs open up here. We saw a lot of longs open up here. And then slowly they've been closing out. And then finally on that last drop, most of them liquidated. Yeah. So again, the context right now is this is a valid long trade. This is a valid long trade. The reason why it's a valid long trade setup is because we do have bullish divergence on multiple time frames. We know where our idea is wrong. And we are technically at the low, and we just took the liquidity of a very large range that we've been trading since December 10th. Okay, so it's a low risk, potentially high reward trade, because honestly, my higher targets for this would be 46K, like up to the golden pocket. So first I'd be looking at this, then I'd be looking at this, and that in and of itself is a really good 13% move up. And then potentially, honestly, I am still keeping on the back burner the possibility that we go ahead and test these highs again. So let's talk about this scenario. All right. Oftentimes, Bitcoin loves to wreck as many people as possible. And people like myself who are short from this high, you know, the market likes to stop us out. You know what I'm saying? Now we have to remember that this Fibonacci golden pocket is not just one level, right? It's a zone. It's a zone. And so if we get up and make another high here, coming up to around $50,500, which is very possible, right? Because look, if we reclaim this level, there's a huge chance we hit 46K. If we hold at 46K, there's a really big chance we go for that high again. If we go for that high again, we have to understand that on the daily time frame, things are going to be looking even more bearish than they were at this first high, right? Money flow is going to be even lower than it was at the first high. And momentum wave also is going to be lower than it was at the first high. And look at the money flow across all these time frames, right? The 6 hour money flow coming out, money flow getting thicker here on the 6 hour, thicker now than it was even at these lows, right? So that is one scenario we need to be aware of. I am still very much so bearish in my bias. And look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. The reason I am bearish in my bias, the reason why I feel that Bitcoin is not going to break out of this and make another higher high before the halving, is just based on the historical data that we see here, okay? The historical data, which is that for the past 5 Bitcoin cycles, that 618 level, I mean, how many Bitcoin cycles have there been? Let's see. 1, 2, all right, for the past 3 Bitcoin cycles, Bitcoin hasn't been around that long, right? That has been the bear market top before the retracement, right? So I think we need a retracement. We need a bit more of a retracement here. And the first level that I would be looking to come down to is going to be this box that I have down here. This box between $37,000 and $38,000, right? And then the second level that I would be looking to come down to is going to be basically just a major retest of the support resistance flip, right? Notice something about this entire uptrend. This entire uptrend right here, we have been making support resistance flips, okay? In the bear market, we had this level of resistance. And once we broke out of that resistance, we had to come back down and break out and retest before we made the next high. Then, of course, we had this area of resistance right here at 25K. It was so key. 25K was support in May 2022. It was resistance in August 2022. Then it was resistance in February 2023. And once we broke out of that, we had to come down to retest it before, bam, off to the horse races. And then what do? We established a very, very important level of resistance at around $30,000. And that $30,000 level goes all the way back to the bull market. Right? We can actually mark this going even before 2021, December 2020, support, resistance. And so it just makes the most sense that we would come down to test the base where the market can show that indeed what used to be the ceiling in the bear market is now the floor, and now we can have that Bitcoin halving and go into the bull market, the real bull market, where the euphoric gains come, where your friends from high school call you up, they're like, hey Jay, son, been hearing a lot about this Shiba Inu. You think I should be buying Shiba Inu? And you tell them, no, you should have been buying Shiba Inu back in, around February 2024, right? But now they're calling you February 2025 asking about it, right? So that is what I'm looking at pretty much with Bitcoin. Let's zoom in now on a lower time frame and take a look. Okay, yeah, so did we come up to hit that level? Yeah, 550. Oh wait, no, that's not what we're looking for a little higher here. 4750 is, in my opinion, an acceptable TP1 on this baby. But you do what you want to do. I mean, really, you do what you want to do. All right, this ain't no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to say this is a valid setup in the sense that it has a clear target, a clear stop loss, and a clear reason as to why we're getting into the trade. Right? That's what makes a good trade setup. Just because it's not a good trade only because it's a winning trade. It could be a losing trade and still a good trade setup. It could be a losing trade and still a good trade setup. Shout out to my man in the super chat. In fact, let's pop into the super chats here and see if you have any super chats, because I don't want to miss anybody. All right, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Let's see. All right, shout out to my man JGD asking about the numbers in the gym. Shout out to Keep It Leafy. He says, thanks for your advice on AMP last week. Can you let me know your thoughts on profit taking points? God is great all the time. Amen. God is great all the time. Yeah, so we could take a look at AMP. So AMP basically is like, look, if we're accumulating AMP in this zone, right? If we're accumulating AMP in this zone, waiting for a breakout, I mean, it depends on the scope of what you're looking for, right? I would say, like, for me, a good profit taking point on AMP is going to be around 1.5 cents, and then again at around 3 cents. And then we just shoot for the moon, right? Maybe shoot for 10 cents. I mean, if this thing gets to 10 cents, it looks like we're honestly breaking out now, or attempting to break out now, at least on this weekly candle here. But for me, like, look, anything under this trend line, if we're going to be holding this for the entire bull market, this is an area to be buying, right? First of all, this is on log scale. We take this off log scale, we can really see the potential here. From where we're at right now, if we hit all-time highs, right, we are looking at about a 2,000% gain, right? So if let's say we hit 10 cents, let's say we buy now and we hit 10 cents, right? We are looking at like a 2,500% move to the upside, 2,500%. Things look bullish on this. If Bitcoin gets a major pullback, we can expect altcoins also to get a major pullback as well. And so, yeah, anything under this trend line is a DCA zone for me. More specifically, right around this 0.00244 cent high volume node golden pocket 786 area, right? But if we're holding this for the long term here, I would be looking for, first of all, the target of this the breakout of this trend line is going to be this high right here at 0.15 cents to 0.3 cents. That's our next area of resistance that we have on the weekly time frame, right? Yeah, so shout out to you. All right, how's Bitcoin doing here? Let's see. All right, so look, we've got a 6-minute green dot. Let's look at Market Cipher here. It looks like we could get some more movement to the upside here, guys. I'll be honest. It looks like we could. I don't trust it very much. I just have some kind of feeling in my bones that we're going to come lower this week. That even if we get a bounce here, this is not the weekly low, right? We might just come up to take these highs and then come on back down, all right? So let's see. I have not taken any more profits on my short. I'm not going to be taking any more profit on the short until 38K, guys. I'll be honest with you, until 38K. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. All right. Some people say a meltdown is incoming. All right, let's take a poll here. We'll take a poll and see what you guys think. Is a meltdown coming? Is a meltdown coming? So most of you guys think we're going to see a $30,000 Bitcoin in February. All right, let's go ahead and end that poll. Let's start a new poll. Meltdown incoming. Meltdown incoming, yay or nay? Let's see what you guys say. All right, so 63% feel that yes, a meltdown is incoming. Ali Ahmed, my man, says, no chance we hit 30K. Ali, I'm sorry to say, but it's because of your comment that we probably now will hit 30K, all right? I mean this, you know, sincerely, and I apologize to say it, but honestly, once people say that there's no way we hit a certain level, that means we will hit the level. All right? That means we will probably hit the level. All right. Shout out to Lane Hughes. Shout out to Trader Geo. Is Trader Geo in the chat? CME fake out. China Exchange banned shorts. So what? Everyone just walks around in just their boxers? $13K bottom. Yeah, man. I mean, look. So, like, I'll be honest, as I always am, right? I always try to be honest here. On my short trade, I have take profit set. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to come down to this area, right? But I do have take profit set right now, going all the way down to, let's see, where's my lowest one? 26K, 18K, 16.5, 13K, 10K. 10K. Do I think we're going to hit 10K? I don't know. All right. I don't know, but here's the thing. If we have some kind of black swan event, I want to be making money on it. All right? I want to be making money on it. So let's see, on the USDT chart on Bybit, we have not reclaimed that level yet, okay? So, oh wait, let me adjust this line right here. Okay, hang on. Let's get this right. Did we reclaim? Is this a valid TDW on the USDT chart? Nah. Okay. All right. So we're coming down a little bit lower here, guys. All right. Let's see how this plays out. All right. We're testing this level again. Let's see how's these lower term time frames work in here. This level needs to be defended right now, guys. All right. Look at that. This level needs to be defended. We've come back down for a retest of this original low at 40,088. It needs to be defended. Let's pull a little fib from the low to the high. All right, we're below the 786. It's a make it or break it. We just put in a double bottom, slightly higher low. This is a make it or break it right now for this idea, okay? All right, we're coming down a little bit low here. Let's see what happens, okay? Now, this is crazy, man. Here we go, baby. Let's see if we hit 38K. Let's see if we get capitulation. All right. Let's see if we fill that CME gap. All right, gap not filled, but we are in the gap. All right, we're standing in the gap. We're like our good friend Yechezkel Hanavi. All right, standing in the gap. Are we going to fill the gap? Let's check it out. All right. See, we're in that gap. Let's see now. Okay, so we even front ran this naked daily point of control, guys. The fact that we front run NDPOC, man, it makes me feel like we could come lower here. I'll be honest with you. Makes me feel like we could come lower here. Let's check out our lower term time frames. The only way I would entertain a long is if we hold above 40,088, honestly. Right? We had an opportunity right here. It didn't work out. If we reclaim this again, then yep, could be a valid entry as well. But I'm still feeling in my bones. I'm still feeling lower. Could I be wrong? Yes. We definitely have bullish divs here, guys. So, could be the move to the upside. How's our 1 minute? Alright. Alright. Let's go down to a very low... Wow. Wow, massive amount of... That's so interesting. So, a lot of shorts closed... excuse me, a lot of shorts closed out on that move to the downside there. A lot of shorts closed out on that move to the downside. That's super interesting. All right, so we're in the gap, guys. We're in the gap. I would like to at least fill that gap, you know? I would like to at least fill that gap. All right, shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He says James Earl Jones. Shout out to BP. Shout out to iRock. Are we bouncing? We might bounce from here, Phantom. Like, personally, I feel that we could come lower here. I could be wrong, okay? So please don't listen to me. The only way I'd say that we're bouncing is if we hold above this level. Then I will look for a long trade, okay? But until we do that, right now, I'm not comfortable entering into a long right here. We're in the middle of a CME gap, all right? So let's see what happens. Now, guys, I will be right back. I have to go grab something from downstairs. Bear with me, okay? I'll be right back. Watch the trade for me. Alright, guys, I am very sorry about that. Alrighty. Alright. Alright, I don't like how, so far, I see no reason to long it, alright? There was a reason to long up here with an invalidation of taking the low again. We've taken the low. The only reason now I would long is if we come above this level and hold. Right? So, let's wait and see how that goes. Shout out to everybody in chat right now. Man, so we got 2,000 people watching, only 500 likes. Guys, make sure to smash the like button. And a huge shout out to the Casper crew, guys, because this short right now, I'm up almost $40,000 in profit. And I've already realized over 10. So 50K, baby. Gave the short setup in advance in the Casper crew. Took the trade live on the New York Open live stream. All right. Let's see what happens here. We're starting to get a little bit of a move to the upside now. This level is going to be a key support resistance flip now. Okay, so we got to now hold above that level for this to be a trade that I would long. People think I'm peeing. I wasn't peeing, guys. I really wasn't peeing, all right? I wasn't peeing, and I don't pee during my live streams anymore, all right? Shout out to Crypto Pew Pew. He says, could we get a quick Casper freestyle? Oh, man. Let me see if I've even got it in me. Shout out to James Driggers Jr. He says, sorry, bro, just joining. Been in the ER. Man, I hope everything's okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, we could take a look at Ethereum Classic. All right, let's see. Let's see if we got a freestyle here. Let's get a good beat. Oh yeah, this is a good beat. All right, I don't know. I'm not really in the mood to freestyle. Let's see how it goes. All right. I don't even know if I'm on beat, to be honest with you. Last time I wasn't on beat because the music wasn't synced up with my voice. Yeah, let's see. All right. Yo, check it. Yo, about to freestyle, been a little while, but here we go. Listen to my crypto flow. Bitcoin dumping down right to the goblin town, but don't frown, we gonna buy it up once we hear the sound. Ka-ching! There we go, my phone starts to ring. Alerts going off, going ding ding. Money flow sinking really low, coming down below the zero line, all the way below. Now we can't come back up above the level. Next time, maybe I've got it up in my bevel. Talking about my head, hope I don't end up dead, cause the trade is up in the red. CME gap just below. Watch out, look down below. Did he just rhyme below with below 3 times? Yeah, and another below. Here we come, it get bought it. Coming right to the next golden pocket, but I'm not in the mood to do a good rap. Got a foggy brain, a pain in my back. Gotta press on, do it anyway. Coming to these charts every single day. Got a super chat, he said, could we get a freestyle? Of course you can. It's been a little while, cause when we got mad volatility, the price is going up and it makes me giddy. When I see it going down, profits in spitty. Doing it every day when I'm chilling with my Bitcoin. Alright. How was that? Let me know. Was it on beat? Because like last time I did a freestyle, guys, it was not on beat. Not because I was not on beat. Alright, now I'm not saying I'm a good rapper. But I'm saying that my vocals were not synced up with the sound going through the system. So in my ears, you know, I hear the I hear it right, but then when I listen back, it sounds like. All right, let's see here. Is Trader Geo up in here? Yo, Trader Geo, you up in here? Trader Geo up in here? All right. Nice, nice. Let's see what happens. Man, this is crazy, right? This is kind of crazy. Let's see what happens here. Dumping down and the candles are purple, charting just like a nerd, man, they call me Steve Urkel. Here we go, the price starts to drop, we got the ETF news, the price didn't pop. Everybody getting bullish on the top. Casper crew shorted, man, we really hit the spot. Coming right back down to test 30K. We'll buy so much Bitcoin on that day. We'll buy the bottom, then we'll sell the top. Casper crew, Bitcoin, man, it just don't stop. When we're coming to the charts, man, every single day, sitting down on the treadmill, trying to get paid. When you got it, chilling up in the green, doing it every day, if you know what I mean. Coming right down to the CME gap, maybe we will get a bounce, maybe Bitcoin will come back. Once we come to 39,225, we'll see a bounce. Bitcoin coming right back alive. We fill the gap, then we come back up. Got the uneven butt cheeks right in the cup. Yeah. All right. That was a little bit better. I was a little. You gotta be in the mood. You gotta be in the mood to do a freestyle. Especially for a white guy like your boy. Okay, here we go, baby. Bitcoin dumping. All right, are we gonna fill that gap? Let's see. Let's see. All right, Bitcoin dumping. We gonna fill the gap, baby? Why did I do Steve like that? I'm sorry, Bragger. I'm sorry, man. Because what rhymes with purple? What else rhymes with purple? You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. Alright. Massive bullish divergence, says Straightway Life. Alright, let's check out the massive bull div. Alright. See, I don't like the way the 1 hour looks here. Let's go to the 4 hour. Our 4 hour candle close, I don't like the way this looks. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't like the way it looks. Maybe I'm biased because I'm in a massive short trade, okay? The 12-minute looks nice. Let's see. I do think we could get a little something from the CME gap, maybe. We might be able to get a little something from the CME. All right. But right now, for me, this is a no long zone. The only way I will long is if we come back up here. And then I would look for a long trade. But right now, this is definitely not a CDW. The only other option here is we get a slow, painful CDW, like our chicken's frozen in the snow, and it drinks the water and it can't bring its head up for a few hours. That could happen, right? It could happen. All right, this is the CME chart here, so we're looking at that gap here. Shout out to my man with the super chat, Elijah W. He says, freestyling course when? Man, this YouTube live stream is a freestyling course, y'all. It is a freestyling course. All right. Okay, so Bitcoin's starting to get a little bounce on the this is on not on the CME chart, but on Bybit. Let's check it out. Let's check out the order flow. Worst case scenario, how low does Bitcoin go before halving? Honestly, worst case scenario, 9-10K. Worst case scenario, 9-10K, in my opinion. How fast will it take? I don't know. Like, I don't know. This is if there's a black swan event. All right, Disease X comes out. You know, we're already warning about it. You know, my wife, she went out today to the drugstore to get something, to get some drugs. The drugstore. All right, no, she wasn't getting drugs. But she saw signs from the WHO up in there, warning about new diseases potentially coming. Maybe it'll be some kind of war event. It's an election year in the U.S. Hanky-panky goes on during election years, guys. All right. So that would be worst case scenario. And the reason why I feel like it's possible that we see a 10K Bitcoin is because, now please, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, guys. I'm only shorting Bitcoin so I can buy more Bitcoin at lower prices and make money to do it, right? See, people are like, why do you short Bitcoin? So I can get more Bitcoin without having to waste my money on Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we do drop down to 30K and then I'm up, you know, $80,000? Well, guess what? I can buy Bitcoin with that and then hold it to the next high. Right? So people don't understand, you know, shorting Bitcoin is because I want more Bitcoin. But look, when we made a bottom, right here at 15.5K. Now, your boy longed it from the exact bottom. Don't mean to brag, okay? But it was pretty epic. It was pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't know it was the bottom. I thought we were coming lower. I was just taking a day trade to the top of the local range. All right, I was literally longing 15.5 with my final target 17K. Which we hit, okay? But I was expecting lower. Why was I expecting lower? Because we never came down to test any key zones of support, right? At least I was looking down for that $13,800 support resistance flip here. And really, the major support is going to be right in this zone here, right? But we never hit that. Historically speaking, we have hit key supports, right? So when we look at previous market cycles, right, where do we come down to? The bear market comes down to the previous support. Like right here, we had a key resistance, flipped right into support at the bottom of the bear, right? Right over here, what do we have? We have this key support resistance flip that we make during the bull market. We come right back down to test it. That's where we bottom out, right? But we didn't do anything like that this time. And so, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I am saying potentially there is unfinished business below 15.5K. Now, again, I'm super bullish on Bitcoin. If we are back down below $15,000 Bitcoin, I'm going to be buying Bitcoin as much as possible, okay? Just being honest. But look, we could very easily do what we did at the top, at the bottom, right? Get another little double bottom. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Probably won't happen. I'm not expecting it to happen. But that is the worst case scenario I see for Bitcoin. And it would be a wick, right? It would not be a slow grind down. It would be like what happened in 2021. In my opinion, in 2021, 6K was the real level. But then because of what happened and the fear in the world, this happened, right? If the events of 2020 had never happened, remember when they turned on the programming, right? It first happened and they were like, hey, don't worry about it. Just, like wash your hands and, maybe don't shake hands at graduation. And they asked Dr. Fauci, should you wear a mask? He's like, no, they don't work. It might help you psychologically. And then they turned on the program all of a sudden. They turned on the program. So when they turned on the programming, this is what happened, right? So if we get something similar where everybody freaks out, we might see that dip down to 10K. Who knows? I don't know. I ain't got no crystal ball, y'all. I don't even believe in that stuff anyway. What do I think about naked points of control? I love them. I love naked points of control. I hope I didn't just shadow ban my YouTube channel. Shout out to Dr. Fauci. I love you, bro. You're amazing. I love you. I'm surprised people don't worship you. They should, right? And World Health Organization, the best in the world. Tedros, man, what a great guy. Best doctor in the world, Tedros. Love that guy, man. Just can't stop. I got a picture of him up on top of my ceiling, so when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I see is good old Tedros. Recession, what if we get a recession? Look, if we get a recession, it's bullish. It's bullish. Doesn't that sound crazy? If we get a recession, it's bullish. Let me show you why. All right. Let's take a look at the 2008 recession. Here, that's 2020. Where's the 2008? Aha. 2008 recession. When were we officially in the recession? 2007, 2008. That was the time to buy, right? The recession is here. The recession. Now, in real life, here's how the elites screw over us little people, right? In real life, things were really bad. People got wrecked. People lost everything. In paper life, on the chart, this is where people who have money make money, right? So we can also play that game. So if there's a recession, the Federal Reserve only has one solution to recession. It's called quantitative easing. It's called printing money. Look at what that does. When you print money, it causes inflation. Guess what that inflates? It inflates the price of things on paper, right? On paper, the S&P 500 has just hit a new all-time high. But in real life, things are bad, right? So we can use the paper life to make paper fiat currency to buy stuff in real life. So we can use their system and play their game to acquire tangible assets like land and animals, stuff like that. I'm a homesteader. I'm into that kind of stuff. So yeah, if there is a recession, what's the Fed going to do? The only trick in the Federal Reserve's playbook is print money. That's all they can do. There's nothing else to do in this crazy fiat system. There's nothing else to do. Here we go, baby. Yeah, print, baby. Yeah, they're just going to print this thing into oblivion, honestly. They have to. It's the only thing they can do. Our debt ceiling doesn't even exist anymore. Right? We don't have a debt ceiling. It's like billions of dollars a day. I got to hit up Janet Yellen to figure out how does the United States spend so much money when they have no money? I got to figure that out myself, I think we could all use a little lesson on how to spend money when we have no money. I Love Forex says, I have no idea what QE is. Yeah, you're right. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Look, I'm a technical analyst. What is it? Printing money, creating money out of nothing. It causes assets to increase in value against the dollar, because the dollar loses its value, but the risk assets are now worth more dollars than they used to be because the dollar is going down in value. But that allows us, we can get more dollars. We can increase our amount of dollars faster than the dollar loses its value if we're trading things like the S&P 500 or Bitcoin. All right, here we go. We're getting a move down. We're getting a move down. All right, let's pop onto this chart here. All right, so we have hit into a naked point of control. We have hit into a naked point of control. 1 minute money flow coming out. Let's check out the 12. Yeah, honestly, guys, I would think this area right here is going to be my target right down here, guys. I think we could see a little bit more of a drop-roni in queso. Let's see what happens. Now, look, I don't know if we're heading into a recession. I have no idea. I literally have no idea what is going to happen in the future. The way I trade is I just make a plan for any scenario, and that way I'm ready for whatever happens. You know, I'm ready for whatever happens. All right, this weekly naked point of control is going to get tapped. Yeah, 37.7. 37.7 could be a nice level. 37.7 could be a nice level. Long from 38K, maybe. I would honestly, I'm interested in a bit lower here. Really, I'm looking to. I mean, if we do come down to that $37,000 level, I have a long open from 37.5 that I'm looking to kind of basically add to, right? So I've got this trade still open here. This is the one I'm going to be kind of like looking at and managing along the way. And this trade I've had open for a long time, compounding along the way up, so I'm going to try and compound it again. All right, let's see what happens here, guys. Slow grind. All right, slow grind. Crypto Surfer, can we all agree we need Hillary back ASAP? Am I streaming longer today? I don't know, man. Like, how long have I been streaming? An hour and 14 minutes? Let's see how long this goes, all right? Yeah, shout out to Abe. He says, quit trying to predict price action, just listen to the indicator. Yeah, that's why I'm short, honestly, like, you know. All right, let's see. Shout out to Divine Hood. Yeah, I agree with you, Crypto Surfer, you know. When close short, I'm going to close this short. My next TP is at $38,000, all right? The reason why, guys, is because this short, to me, is also kind of like a hedge trade. I've already made a good amount of realized profits on the short. This to me is kind of like a hedge trade. All right. Because, all right, let's see. We're starting to get a little bit of a bounce here. Let's see something. Let's pull a fib from. Okay, yeah, interesting. I want to check out something here. I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing. That's okay. Have we filled that gap? Hang on. Let me get back to the charts so y'all can see what I see, okay? Let's just see where we're getting a bounce from here. All right. So this is the potential CDW zone right here. Still valid. Still valid. We got some naked points of control. Let's see what else. Let's pull a golden pocket from this last low to the high, because I know we have a golden pocket around here as well. Oh wow, we're in the golden pocket right now. Okay. All right, we're in the golden pocket right now. So let's see what happens here, guys. Man, if we lose the golden pocket, 37.7 is looking pretty dang juicy to me. I would like that 37.7. We got a 786. But yeah, this is a 0.65 and a naked point of control. Let's see if we filled that CME gap. Wow, we just front ran that CME gap, guys. We did not fill it. Would you look at that? Yeah, everyone's waiting for that gap. I think we should expect lower. Everybody's been waiting for this gap since November. So look, not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys how I'm viewing it. All right. All right. So Straightway Life says we're at the. Really, the gap is filled on your chart. It's not filled on my chart. I mean, look. I guess if we're taking the gap from the wick, then we filled it. I'm taking it from the close. I'm taking it from the close. I'm taking it from the close. All right. So let's check out this wedge that Straightway Life is talking about. You said it was on the 2-hour. Something like this. Is that what you're seeing there? Look at that. Okay. All right. All right. It's a golden pocket, and it's a naked point of control, and it is a falling wedge. I'll be honest with you guys. I am not going to be opening up a fresh long right here. And could I miss the move? Yes. I would want to wait and see how things develop a little bit. Man, if we pump tomorrow, it'll be fine with me. I have a lot of Bitcoin on spot. I'm still holding longs from a lower. I don't like this money flow on the 24-minute. The 12-minute looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie. The 12-minute looks nice. The 12-minute looks nice, okay? Yeah, the 12-minute looks nice. I ain't gonna lie. 12-minute looks nice. If we're gonna get a retrace, this is one of the candidates for the retrace right where we're at. But we haven't filled the gap yet, and we have much juicier support down below. So let's see how she rolls. Alrighty. This market is ready to buy. Yes, it's definitely getting ready. Let's check out at the order book. All right. Let's see how she is doing here. We could get a retrace from here. I mean, we've got shorts and longs closing out. There's not really a lot of volume here. we could start to kind of float up from here. Let's just put it that way. We could start to float up from here. And so the way I'm looking at this is, if, you know, tonight and after New York closes and Asia opens and we start to see price start to get bullish here, if tomorrow I wake up and price is trading above 40,000 again, I can look for a long, right? There's going to be opportunities to long for sure. Right now, I don't have a reason to long this. It is a golden pocket, but even though it's a golden pocket, let's be honest, we have much juicier supports below us, like a 786, a high volume node, a value area high, and when we go to the daily time frame, Look at this, right? On the daily time frame, look at all this. So for me, I don't want to long unless we come back up and at least close the daily candle above this level, or we get another move to the downside. It's kind of in no man's land for me, right? Doesn't mean we can't scalp those levels and stuff, because hey, I'm all about that, but I'm not doing that right now because I'm live streaming, not scalping. But when I look at this chart in the daily, this looks more likely, or waiting for something like this. Like my next long is probably going to be into the box, or something like this, right? Where we get some kind of sign of strength again, coming back inside this sideways range, and then we can look for our higher targets. 42.4 incoming soon. All right, maybe. Man, the 15-minute looks real nice on the CME chart. Looks nice. Looks like a nice bounce. Looks like we could get a move to the upside, guys. Just saying. It looks like it. Still short. All right, people are saying the gap is filled. I don't see it filled yet. Like, I'm looking at the CME chart right now on the daily time frame. This green line right here is the gap being filled. It hasn't filled yet. We've come down to the top, unless you measure your gaps by where the daily high on that day. This was the daily high at 39,630, but the actual gap itself is 39,225. So 12-minute looks nice. I'm not gonna lie, guys. 12-minute looks real nice. All right, not long. All right, IROC is in. Straightway long to ADA. Shout out to Memory Man in the chat. All right, shout out to Vikram Chandola. What about ETH? I don't know about ETH. I haven't looked at ETH. All right. Asia doesn't use fibs. LOL. Alrighty. Well, let's see how this plays out here, guys. So in about 1 hour, starting right around now, we're probably going to see some things happen. All right, when New York closes, that's where we could really get a float to the upside. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to be reassessing everything mañana. But personally, I would still prefer lower targets. So let's check out that Bitcoin chart once again here. Don't mind the sloppy chart, guys, all right? Oh, wow. Look at that. The macro golden pocket. All right. Bybit front ran the macro golden pocket right here, guys. I would say that based on this... Oh, wait. Hang on. Based on this front run of that macro 618 there at 39,293. I'd say it's likely that we come down lower again. Would I be way too long alts? I would like to, if I'm loading up on alts right now, it's going to be for the bull market. So this is the time when I am loading up on alts. All right. It's time when I am loading up on alts. All right. Shout out to everyone who's long. Look, it's not a bad long. Definitely some bullish signs at support. I'm just personally... Hang on, I got an itch. Hang on. I hope I don't have, like, some kind of weird rash, guys. I might have a weird rash, alright? The way I'm looking at this, I think just based on the chart, it makes more sense that we come lower. The fact that we're front-running the 618 means I'm looking for 38K. I am looking for 38K. I'm still going to keep my take profit at 38K. Let's see... if it hits, baby. Alright. Am I in any long still? Yep, I'm still long on Bitcoin from 37K. So, I will be looking to add to my Bitcoin along around that 37K zone because I have been holding out on this one for a while. Alright. Shout out to Mr. Fib. I like you, Mr. Fib. Smelly rash gains. Yeah, I definitely smell. I wear the same shirt every day, alright? And it's a see-through shirt. People saying 30K are way too bearish, says Jumpman Crypto. I don't know, Jumpman. You know, I respect you, bro. I love you, man. You're my homie. We go way back, okay? But I really think 30K is not crazy. It's the target of this move down. 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 27, you know? So yeah, let's wait and see how this plays out, guys. If mañana we are back above 40K, we can say, all right, it was a fake out. No more sellers down here. Buyers step in, boom, we can get into a long trade. We can see right now, based on the order book, that there are not really that many sellers right here. And let's go to a higher time frame. Big, massive decrease of OI on this drop. People are not shorting this. This is something very similar to what we saw before Friday's pump, right? Friday's short squeeze. Move down, very little OI. So yeah, we might get a move. In fact, let's go to our half-hour time frame. Let's see if we... see the 30-minute. Man, it's just, let's go to the 15-minute. Let's see how this 15-minute candle closes. Like if we get a bullish engulfing on the 15 and we're back above 40K, it looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but we gotta play it by ear. I'm gonna play it by ear. I am gonna play it by ear. Alrighty. Shout out to Tom Crown. He says, here comes big volume on Coinbase. All right, let's check out the Coinbase chart for Tom Crown. Let's go to the 1 second. The 5 second. Looks kind of good. Let's put on our volume indicator. We're getting a few spikes. What are you looking at, man? Oh yeah, look at this. We do have some volume, some big spikes in volume. Let's check out the. Can we look at Coinbase? Yeah, no, we can't. We can't. Man, I don't like the way we front ran that golden pocket, man. I don't like the way we front ran the golden pocket. How's our 4 hour? Bullish div invalid. Bullish div invalid. 1 hour bullish div still valid. I would like lower. I'm just saying. All right, we'll have to wait and see. All right, guys, we will have to wait and see. I will see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow we will know what Bitcoin decided to do here. All right, I'm going to head out. May God bless you all in Jesus' name, in Yeshua's name. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And may the Lord bless you and protect you and shine light upon you and have grace upon you. And may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you wholeness. And I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will know what this was. All right, peace, guys. Peace.